than to the guillotine or whatever. Speaking of guillotines, you know, we have some GMs who need to be dishing out the pain, chopping off the heads. Well, that's not very nice, but, you know, they're going to do it anyway. So, here's the deal. Round 1 in the bracket, Iron GM. If the players chose the same GM that they wanted, then that's who they got, and they got to get a game from that person who was loved. But if they chose different GMs that they wanted, then they got the one that neither of them chose, which often means a little bit of vengeance and a little bit of pain. So, let's go ahead and see who the GMs are for today. First one, Iron GM Wrath of Tubin. It's the Ninja Rabbits / all the other games that he's given out expert. Our dear friend Doe Wolf. Second GM, Iron GM Utah Facts Are Real Facts. Okay, I also don't agree with that, but that's the name that they gave me. Yeah. And finally, Iron GM. Where's the button? No, Iron GM Regret. It is our referee. Please give it up for Kate. Now, our players definitely chose, but did they choose the same person or different? Well, the first player, Escorian, opted for a Doe Wolf, but Yagamoth feeling a little... Actually, was that right? Let me check just to make sure. No, it was supposed to be Yagamoth choosing Doe Wolf. Escorian chose Cadus, which means I messed everything up, and I am the GM today. I'm so good. Yeah. No, it's okay. It's okay. It's good. So the big question is, what? Yeah, Utah Facts. And you know, the fact is, there is a game from my childhood that I loved, okay? Seriously, every time I'd go to Radio Shack, I'd either get Final Fantasy VI or this game, whenever possible. Looking back at it, I think this is a very fun yet flawed game. I didn't have to do any redraws, so we didn't pull out any nukes. I did warn them that I had nukes higher up in the line, just in case we redrew. But no, we didn't. So let's go ahead and reveal. This is a game we haven't had since Kuso. Yeah, the second tournament. That match I wasn't very happy with, and so I'm glad that we finally get to have it again. It is Spindizzy Worlds for Super Nintendo. This is essentially a Marble Madness-like video game. I love it. It is one of my favorites, but it's got some big problems. Don't worry, you'll be able to see those problems as we go on. Not this? Oh, come on. It can't be that bad, right? In reality, it probably is that bad. If there is a GM, by the way, who wants to come and commentate with me today, you are welcome to. I am just doing things on my own right now. I mean, what can you say? It's welcome to Kuso6rande. Occasionally, I get left out in the cold and lonely wild. I don't know why I said wild like that. That's absolutely not what I was going for. But whatever. Okay. Well, I'm working on getting everything captured. Just so you know, again, no Kuso6rande tomorrow, but I do plan on streaming. I will probably be back with something, with probably Action 52 because I'm a dummy. Well, stupid is what stupid does, and stupid does Kuso6rande today. You know, this tournament, I absolutely love being able to give out games for it. This is like the highlight of my week. It's the excitement. It's the sugar in my coffee. It is the wine in my glass. It is the bacon in my turkey bacon avocado. Yeah, there we go. We're getting all the illusions that we needed. By the way, is anybody dressing up for Halloween? I do not plan on it. because I'm not really gonna go outside. Utah's a little bit weird. We do have people go around sometimes on Saturday instead of Sunday when Halloween's on Sunday because that's how it works. So I presume there are gonna be children running around tonight going, hey, give me candy, and I'll be like, it's not Halloween. What do you want, candy? Not Halloween. What the crap? Cadis, it does look like that went through. Thank you so much. Nightbot is being Grumpbot and just isn't giving a whole lot of information. Oh, Essentia, yeah, I know you know this game. I really like this game. I feel like it has a lot of potential. Does that mean it's a good game? Oh, no. No, it does not. But that is fine. Let me go ahead and see how the audio sounds, and we can go ahead. Oh, this is the sound of my childhood. For better or for worse. Everybody, here is Spindizzy Worlds. Wait, Essentia, you think this is a terrible yet fun game? That's about what I would say for this game. Yeah, it's got issues, and it's got some really big issues. Let me go ahead, and I'm just doing some small tweaks to make sure that everything looks right, and hopefully we have a GM. It looks like somebody might come and join me in a little bit, so that would be fun. Okay, I'm bugging the players right now to make sure they are good to go. It's Marble Madness, but not. Yeah, Tempestral, I'd somewhat agree with you. However, okay, this is a Dizzy game. This is not Dizzy the Egg. You're going to notice that in the demos, you're seeing a lot of stages with a timer at the top. And you'll see that on the first level that they play, but trust me, that is not the majority of what you'll be paying attention to in this game. As long as we see players beat level 1... Oh, hello, Crazy Sunshine!
Hello, just wanted to make sure everything was good on my end.
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah, how are you doing?
I am doing pretty good. I'm a little tired. I've been playing a little bit too much Final Fantasy 14 lately because I'm getting all my drops to 80 by December, so I'm kind of playing about 8 to 9 hours a day trying to do that. I may have lost my mind, but it's okay. It's all for a good cause.
Yeah.
I have coffee on me, so I'm good.
Oh, well, good. Okay, so it looks like the players are working on, I
wasn't sure if they were still
the
getting ready.
Select and hover over beginners. Okay, I'm just asking. Oh. Let me make sure that I have the players in the right place. Okay, Escorian on the left, Yagamoth on the right. I don't know why, like, for some reason, I'm just getting the players backwards today. But there we go. Awesome. The players are ready. Okay, so here we go. Best of luck to the players. As soon as I see movement in the first stage, I will start our timer. and they are ready to, I would say roll, but no, spin.
Yeah, that's something that's more great.
So, question, do you know anything about this game?
I do not. No, even though I had a SNES growing up, I was very limited for games because, as those who grew up with a console know, games weren't cheap. So,
Yeah, that's true. I mean,
yeah.
I rented this game. It looks like Yagamoth is the first
Mm.
person over the first ramp. I expect us to see a lot of death during this level. I love that it's called beginners, but I actually think that it is the most difficult of the first levels you can play.
No. Oh, okay.
Okay.
That was fast.
Yeah, it like this timer is cruel. It just so you know, this does have isometric controls, so when you push up, you actually go upright. If you push down, you go down left. And
Okay.
it took a while for me as a kid to actually understand how it worked, but I finally did. Yagamoth is through part 1 of the stage, on to part 2. That's right. These stages have multiple parts.
Yeah, that timer is going like at least 3 times as fast as it really should. So it's very.
Oh yeah,
It's very, very rude.
it's a little bit cruel. I believe you also have to collect all of these gems, and there's really no indication that you have to collect the weird gems that are on the ground. Okay, Escorian is gonna opt to abandon. The risk about abandoning, though, is that you do go get kicked out of the menu, and if you only have a few seconds left, it's better to die. It's gonna be faster. So yeah, let me share a little bit of the lore of this game, because there is a lot of lore. Let me see if I have the manual. Yeah. Oh my gosh, this clock ticking sound. This is the anxiety noise from my childhood, let me tell you. Okay. So the lore, the Bigger Bang Theory. Yeah, that's right, the Bigger Bang Theory. Here we go. Eons ago, as the swollen belly of a giant red sun suddenly erupted, a great mass of energized stellar matter was strewn into space. Coursing through the stars for millennia, the molten core approached a remote sector of the galaxy at unimaginable speeds. This faraway region, by some cosmic twist of fate, was home to 2 ancient star systems. For the one known as Beta Twirlinus, a cataclysmic collision was in store. The hurtling stellar core fragment, still burning with white-hot intensity, was bearing on a direct course. For the other, our own solar system, these events would ironically mark the dawn of hope for another, more distant age. When it came, the collision of fiery mass and ill-fated star set forth an explosion that lit up the heavens with a blinding light. So brutal was the impact, it sent what was left of the star, along with 2 clusters of 7 and 23 planets each, spinning out of control in crazy, unnatural orbits. Oh, and it looks like Yagamoth may be past the first stage. Very nice. On to Tack Attack.
I'm gonna say, like, that lore sounds amazing, but like, it's not being represented in this game. It's yeah.
Yeah, it's basically the inhabitants of the 30 planets were somewhat disoriented by the whole affair. Stunned from the shock, they remain as dizzy today as the orbits of their worlds. So, as it turns out, our top has a name.
Oh, okay.
Gerald, which stands for Geographic Environmental Reconnaissance and Land Mapping Device. Don't be fooled by appearances, though. While it looks like an oversized top, Gerald is no toy. Spinning rapidly to counteract the wild rotations of the Spindizzy worlds, it's the only vehicle capable of traversing and mining such hostile surfaces. Yep.
Hey.
There we go.
I do like, I remember you missed it, but Yagamoth actually took some time. He paused and he kind of went through the map of this level here, trying to figure out the best course of action of doing this. I think he's trying to. There's like flags. It looks like there's flags on the stage here. He's trying to gather.
Yes.
It looks like.
Yeah, this is a strange sort of Pac-Man-esque level. You don't want to touch the aliens. They are on beginner difficulty, by the way, which means that they have a little extra health to deal with these levels. So, you know, right now, running into the aliens, it'll deal some damage, but it's not going to completely destroy them. And the little green orbs in this maze will heal. Also, Yagamoth is getting invincible. Like, this is definitely a Pac-Man-esque level. I believe he just needs to collect all of the collectibles in order to move on to the next part of this maze stage. Which, by the way, you're going to notice one big flaw of the game as it goes on, and that is lag. I'm not sure if you can really see it on that level too much, but in one of the upcoming screens, it's going to be very noticeable. I think this screen you can see a little bit on Yagamoth's.
Yeah.
Okay, Escorian is messing around with camera controls a little bit just to help her line up these various shots, and that is probably, considering that she's been struggling a little bit with it, I think that's probably a good thing to do. Does this game not have music? This stage does not have music that Escorian is on. The one that Yagamoth's on, I love the music for. Escorian changing the camera again to help line up. This game is very much fun, but very flawed, in my opinion. Okay, through part 1, on to part 2 for Escorian. Very, very nice dancing here. Ooh, into the pit, that's fine. That only deals a little bit of damage to you. It's not a huge deal to fall off. If Escorian can get... Oh my gosh. Maybe you don't have to collect all the jewels here, because I still saw the transporter active. Yagamoth, you can see that lag. Ooh. Yeah.
Okay, I don't know why, but for some reason, I thought on Yagamoth's side, like, he was on the yellow tops of the matrix. Like, it doesn't make no sense, but now I realize he's actually on, like, the actual blue portion. Like, okay, that makes sense.
There are places where you can get up on the yellow for this. So, okay, looks like Killer Penguins after Yagamoth. I do see somebody in chat saying that this was a game they genuinely enjoyed as a kid. Me too. I never beat it. It kicked my butt. Like, this game is irrationally difficult. Like, I feel like most people are going to have an easier time with Marble Madness than Spindizzy Worlds. Mind you, it does have greater variety than Marble Madness, but it is so
my god,
hard.
What is happening? Like,
for who?
Yagamoth, like, just like the change in the maze, like, oh, this looks like, and for some reason, like, it reminds me of like Tron, but bad version of Tron.
Kind of does look like Tron, yeah. Okay, Yagamoth getting all of the P's. Okay, Escorian. Here's the deal. With this game, you have controls that by default are the diagonals. You push left and you go up left. You push up and you go up right. And for some people, it takes a little while to learn exactly how that works. Okay, Escorian having to figure out how to get down without busting the craft. And there you go. You gotta... Oh, this is the last section of the level, too. Unfortunately, it's going to be too late, and Escorian will start the level over, which Yagamoth is only one stage ahead. Honestly, there's a lot of time for Escorian to catch up. She's doing pretty great. Okay, yeah, as you see, Yagamoth is on the yellow section here, and the blue, it's got sharks. Don't want the sharks. Sharks do nothing, by the way. Ooh, somebody in chat is saying that the Amiga version, you have to use the keyboard and joystick simultaneously. I've never played the Amiga version, and it sounds like that is a nightmare. Okay. Still, okay, Yagamoth is on to the bonus stage, which I believe you can just fall to your death and destroy the planet. There we go. Pack attack is down for Yagamoth, and on to level 3. Buxton Cat.
How many levels are in this in total?
Okay, so the intro galaxy, which I had them skip because that's too nice, has, I believe, 6 or 7. And then this one, I guess that one has 6, and then these for Spindizzy, levels 7 through 28. So right now, Yagamoth is technically on the 9th stage, Escorian on the 7th. So yeah, there is no chance we will see a completion.
Okay, all right.
Austin Spafford, yes, this does have music. Just wait for Escorian to get there. Be patient. You gotta be patient. Talk. Tick. Talk. Tick. Talk. Tick. Talk. Honestly, I would love to see speedruns of this game. I've never actually watched any, but like this game, when you play it fast and good, it feels really good. But it takes so long to get to the point where you feel you can actually control anything. Okay, Escorian, you're so close. This is the last. No, I think there might be one more after this.
There's one more, yeah.
But I think she can do it. She can do it this time. Yeah, this level is good at teaching you that you have to use the brake. Oh my gosh, you're so close. You're so close. You can do it. She's through that. Bonus level. Yeah, you can just, if you fall into space, you just lose the bonus level. No way to really know that until you do it.
Yeah.
Oh, well, maybe not. Maybe not on this bonus level. Other bonus levels, it's true. Whatever. Gulp. The eating sound for Gerald. Gerald just sounds so happy.
Eating?
Yes. Well, like the little orbs around, you make an eating sound when you collect them. Okay, Escorian on to level 2, pack attack. Yeah! Let's get that synthesizer in here. Notice, the first level, called Beginners, had a very strict timer on each area. This level and the level that Yagamoth is on, they do not have timers. In fact, the majority of levels do not, so it just starts out cruel. And like this is where you start like understanding the exploration aspects, how to get through various areas, and they played a lot with sort of various genres, you know, messing around with Pac-Man. I'm not exactly sure about the gimmicks for Yagamoth. I think it has a lot of mazes and sort of not necessarily secret areas to go through, but this one was a maze, and then you have to go along the outer edge of the maze in order to get to the exit here. It's very easy to fall back in as well. The players have both a dash button and a brake button, so Yagamoth may need to learn how to turn the camera around, which it's just the R and L buttons. I haven't seen Yagamoth do it yet, but yeah, it's relatively easy to change that. So yeah, what are your thoughts, like, seeing this game so far? What would you, like, if you were handed this and told to play a little bit as a kid, is this something that would excite you or confuse you, or?
I tried, absolutely, and try to see how far I would go. I think I would be very, very frustrated early on, and just, yeah, I'll keep playing it. I mean, it looks like, I think someone mentioned in chat, like, I think one of the earlier stages, it looks like, you know, it's just like Pac-Man, and but it's just like kind of in weird, like, just in a different view.
Yeah. Okay, Yagamoth, I think, has figured out one of the keys to this game, and that specifically is whenever you have the opportunity to collect a jewel, you probably want to do that. He's a bit confused where to go right now, though, because it, like, perspectives are bad in
They're
this
weird,
game.
yeah.
But yeah, I really liked this Pac-Man-esque stage that Escorian is on right now. When I was a kid, it was really a lot of fun to play through. Oh my gosh, and like I don't know. Escorian's probably going to be able to get through this stage relatively quickly. Yagamoth pausing and scrolling around to try to see where do I need to go from here. He feels trapped. The rough.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
Yeah, I think he hasn't tried going down in the little slot at the bottom right. There's a thin gap between two walls, and I believe. Oh, never mind. Yagamoth managing to get a jump onto the wall. This is how you do it. Or at least it's one way to do it. Okay. Escorian just running into all the angry triangles.
Is that the sound of the triangles chasing after her, or?
No, when you collide with enemies, some of the enemies make that noise, and it's great. The one bad thing about enemies, though, is that even if you kill them and get them out of your way, they're going to respawn. There is pretty much an unlimited supply, which means there's no... You can rush through them if you know you're going to complete an area relatively quickly, but doing it too much, you're going to die. Yeah. Honestly, though, fall damage early on when you're playing this game, fall damage is the biggest risk because it's just very difficult to get used to the controls. Once you do, though, then that's when you want to learn how to dance around enemies a little bit more, or just know which enemies to plow through. No. Yeah, somebody in chat is saying that speedruns of this game do not use the rotation at all for the camera. And yeah, that's because a single rotation takes about 4 to 5 seconds. It's slow.
Wow, nice, you did.
Very nice for Yagamoth. On to the next area here. I love that a lot of these stages start looking a little bit like Escher. Like,
yeah, oh my gosh, yes, I was like trying to think, this reminds me of something I just can't put my finger to. It's like, yep, that good old MC Escher.
Yeah, mind you, this game doesn't really take advantage of any Escher-esque physics from what I can see, but it does line up blocks in a way that can make them look like they're on the same level, and they're not.
Yeah.
Okay, Escorian getting close to collecting all of the little power pills. Once you have all the power pills, you will move on to, I believe, the bonus level. Yeah, level 2 really is not that hard compared to the first level. Oh, there has to be one pill laying around somewhere. Where is it? I think it's around the outer edge. Nope, right there? Okay. She did it! And now it's bonus level time. Yeah, Escorian is making a lot of progress catching up. Oh, shoot. And Justin just reminded me I needed to order groceries.
You do that too.
Okay, well, like, we have everything in the cart. We just have them bring it, so let me go ahead and press the buy groceries button. Okay, Escorian, on to this next level. I don't like it quite as much as the previous level. Like, it's got some interesting elements in it. But I don't know. It's a little, like, it feels a little thrown together.
No one was looking on Yagamoth's side. There's like these little like buttons. that he has to activate, but it didn't look like they were turning on though.
Yeah.
Like, or maybe they are, and then once he passes them again, it turns off? I'm not really sure. How much do they have to play this game? An hour, so they have
Yes.
40 minutes left.
That is correct, and I apologize. I am just working on getting through this, ordering groceries. Welcome to Kuso6rande, everybody, where every once in a while I'm doing something completely unrelated to what's happening on the screen. Yagamoth, though, is through onto the bonus level. Yeah, Yagamoth is not quite a full stage ahead, but very close to that at this point. Yeah, and I'm going to go ahead and say this is a game that I absolutely love. I highly recommend that people play it, but also I very much am aware that this game has flaws and is extremely, extremely difficult, especially when you start getting to some of the later areas. Okay, Yagamoth is going to be learning a little bit about some of these buttons that he comes across. That button specifically changes whether or not the elevator that Yagamoth is on goes up or down. Yagamoth has to jump off in order to go back and press the button. I'm gonna have to time it in order to stop it while it's up. I love it. I love this mechanic. It's fun. And the thing is, there are arrows on the buttons as well to show which way you'll be going in order to turn on or off the elevator. Okay, there we go. Yagamoth got those buttons. Very nice.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, Mr. Torture, thank you so much for the Prime sub. Everybody, we are 22 minutes into this. This is a bracket match in the winners bracket, which means that both of the players, will still be moving on after this match, even if they do take a loss. So it's not the biggest deal if one of them does lose this match. Yagamoth is really trying to figure out this switch puzzle to figure out how to get the elevators to sync up with each other. It's possible. You can do it with these switches. You just gotta figure it. Just like Snoppy.
Sorry, what?
Never mind.
Okay. I thought you said Snoopy. I was like, okay, that makes no sense, but
I mean, yes, like Snoopy.
Okay.
We just call it Snoppy in my house. Okay. Yagamoth figuring out that might be good enough to actually get up there, though. Okay. Good. Yeah, Yagamoth did it.
Oh, nice.
Seriously, so much of this, like, if you accidentally hit one of the wrong buttons, up, down, left, or right, you're going to fall. Oh, Yagamoth, onto my favorite section. Oh, my favorite section is the one to the upright. It's so silly, and you probably will explode your vehicle multiple times, which exploding isn't the biggest deal. It takes away some of your power at the bottom right of the screen, but that's it. If you are playing on a higher difficulty, on advanced instead of beginner, Yagamoth, gonna have to time your movement. I love it.
Oh my god.
It's so fun, though. It's so fun. Physics-based video games. Yeah, playing on beginner, I told him to play on beginner because I actually wanted to see some progress in the game. Playing advanced, it is very easy to die in this game.
You are far too kind to these poor people.
I know, Faizu, I really am, but at the same time, it's incredibly difficult anyway. Have you played any of this, Faizu?
I have not played Spindizzy Worlds. I've played one of the Spindizzy games, and I played a lot of Marble Madness when I was younger. But this particular version, no.
Okay, Grasshopper is Yagamoth's next level. I'm trying to remember which one this is. Oh, yeah, have fun. Oh, this level is a nightmare.
Oh, that
Oh
does
my
not
God.
look fun.
Oh. Yeah, it's a little bit difficult. The thing is, Yagamoth on this platform does not have enough distance to be able to jump across. So he's going to have to learn that these straight platforms are actually there so you can cross from one island to another, and now Yagamoth can go down left, running from here to get across. There we go. Physics-based platforming as a top, everybody. This is the Kuso life.
Like physics in my video game.
You don't want physics in your video game? Yeah.
No.
I think most people don't.
Oh, whoa. That's...
How do you feel about horribly broken physics that don't work in your video games? Because that's sort of like having no physics.
Yeah, these
I
actually
mean-
work relatively well. It's just perspective combined with physics, like momentum physics. That makes this extremely difficult. So, Faizu, if you could be a top, would you?
Okay, we're immediately adding that one to the quote box.
I'm not adding it. You can add it.
Welcome to Kuso6rande, everybody. Mike, you thought this was a PG chat? It's PG-13, okay? You're gonna ask those questions.
I just can't answer them in detail.
You know, I loved to spin around and vomit as a child.
Really?
Not the vomit part, but I loved to just spin around until I couldn't stand anymore, you know, and I probably should have vomited.
I
Don't
still
have
view
vomited?
that-
Does that make it better?
What? You didn't spin around forever until you, like, physically couldn't stand anymore? That was the life. That's what you do as a kid, okay? What else do you do as kids?
I actually am like not a fan of like go to amusement parks of the rides that just spin you around. I can't do those because I have the worst headache afterwards. So, no
yeah.
no teacups at Disneyland for me. I'm sorry.
By the way,
The
Escorian is a bit
waltz is
stuck
the
in
worst.
this same area that Yagamoth was struggling with for a bit, and it basically forces you to learn to go fast in order to jump up onto a wall. Escorian asking in Discord, I seem to have soft-locked myself, and the answer is no. It's just kind of dumb.
Yeah, it's fun.
Actually, my sister is completely correct. I would do the spinning, she would do the vomiting. In fact, my uncle had a nickname for her when we were young. It was Spewy.
Because
This seems like you got the better end of this deal.
Yeah, I got the nickname Sparkles, and I would spin, and then she got the nickname Spewy, and she would vomit everywhere. Oh,
Every
no.
time I hear things about your childhood, it's somehow both endearing and troubling at the exact same time.
I mean, it's supposed to
She,
be a secret.
yeah, whenever we would drive anywhere for like more than 5 minutes, she'd get car sick. Like, Dramamine barely helped. It would like put her to sleep, and I guess sleeping while you're driving around is, well, okay, she wasn't driving. She was, sitting in the back. Like, that somewhat helped.
Again,
but-
I'm worried that you felt the need to clarify that.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Which part? I can
The fact that
de-clarify if needed.
You had to clarify that your sister was not driving the car at the
Oh.
age of like 5.
Yeah, at the age of 5, yeah. I mean, I drove a backhoe when I was like 12, like one of the big power machines, and they didn't like really tell me how to do it, so I ended up tearing down some cables around the neighborhood and stuff. But that wasn't really my fault. They're like, hey, you're old enough to drive this power equipment down the road to your uncle's house. And it wasn't just like the uncle living right next to us. It was down a few streets, okay? Probably 1.5 miles. And when you're driving a backhoe for the first time, sometimes you tear down cables.
Sometimes you tear down cables.
Sometimes. Mike, how could you clip that? Mike is a traitor to the community. He is a traitor to the community, a traitor to Kuso6rande.
Thank you, Mike.
Yagamoth is just trying to figure this part out. Oh, this game is so hard. Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and say that because, like, I learned to drive basically just watching my parents and how their feet touch the various pedals. And when I think I was about 8 years old when we were in my grandmother's motorhome. Yeah, she took us up to the mountain, and my littler sister, not Ascension chat, one of my littler sisters, she was playing with the steering wheel. And you know how that goes. Yeah, she bumped it out of park, and the motorhome just started rolling, okay, and getting faster and faster. Everybody was like, what's going on? And I was like, oh no, it's gonna crash. And so like everybody else was kind of freaking out. I ran up and I was like, I have watched my parents drive enough. I know which one's the brake. So I pushed the brake. Motorhome stopped. Everybody was like, yay! And then they didn't even get me a prize.
Wow,
I fully expected at least a milkshake for saving the motorhome. Come on.
Plus you weren't killed. That's true. That's the prize.
And that's the day that I became an adult. Because I realized that saving people, you can't. Okay, superheroes, you get nothing. You get nothing. Okay, guess what? You're Peter Parker. You just saved the train by almost splitting yourself in two, sticking spider webs all over buildings, pushing against your back, and finally you basically pass out from all of the pain. What do you get? Nothing. They just sort of carry you around for a little bit. But you don't even get to celebrate because you're passed out.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, please continue.
I'm gonna say, like, no superheroes really, like, get any prize, like, for saving anything. Like, I think that's just...
They need at least a milkshake. Come on,
does Batman need a milkshake? Is that how this works?
Spider-Man needs a milkshake.
Okay.
For all of the pain that he went through in order to save New York.
Yes, that's it. That's what Spider-Man deserves, a milkshake.
I mean, it's the least you can do. It's about the least. Doing anything less than that is doing nothing. Get him a milkshake. You know what? Get him a lactate and then a milkshake, okay? He'll still enjoy it. If he's vegan, you can get him, like, whatever crap vegans eat.
Not animal products, bro.
Not animal products.
To be fair, like, if they're, like, I mean, okay, Kat, is anyone here a vegan? Then
you
if
can
no,
just
then
stick
it's
some
perfectly
strawberries
fine.
in a blender and hand it over to him and be like, you figure it out. Almond, yeah, you can substitute almond milk. Actually, I love almond milk. It's so good.
You could.
Oh, this is vegan. I didn't know that. Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
Chat, if you are a vegan and a superhero, what would you like as a reward? I need to know. This is what happens when I give out a game that's called Spindizzy, and it's pretty obvious what the players are doing here in order to get through the levels. Yagamoth doing a lot of puzzling with switches and stuff in order to figure out what switch does what.
That is the one thing I want to say about this game. The worst thing about it that I've seen so far isn't the physics or the platforming or anything like that. It's the fact that they felt the need to include puzzles in this too.
Yeah.
That's the part that kind of makes me go, oh, that's kind of mean. Like, if it was just the platforming and so on, you can kind of get used to the controls, you can get a feel for it and get the gist of it, but the fact that there's puzzles in there as well, and you have to think...
Like, it's like...
I like the puzzles.
I'm bad at thinking, though. Just ask anyone who's ever watched one of my streams. They know this.
Yeah, guess what, everybody? Kuso6rande, we've got a puzzle platformer isometric game where you're a top.
An isometric puzzle platformer with physics and ramps and...
This game has it all, okay? It's got everything that you wanted in a video game. Everything. Everything you didn't want crammed together as well.
You didn't need the puzzle component. Like, it was...
No,
the platform was more than enough.
I disagree. The puzzle... somebody in chat, a speedrunner of this game says that the puzzle part is the best part, and I strongly agree. And the thing is, like, the puzzle levels do not have a timer.
Okay, true. All right. That makes it a little bit better.
Escorian currently on the level that sounds a lot like Darude Sandstorm. It's true. Like, seriously, the music for this game is so smooth. The Finnish national anthem. This is...
Oh, yeah.
Wait, is the Finnish national anthem Darude Sandstorm?
No, that's the root's from Finland. That's why.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So, yes. That's how it works.
Oh, it's pronounced
The
Darude.
national anthem is just the best known song.
Well, I feel Darude
from
for
country.
saying Darude. Oh, I love the claps. Clap into my soul, baby. Yeah.
You know, I wandered in here so that I had something to do while I was ordering pizza.
I'm so sorry.
And then I got distracted by the game and by being asked questions about my proclivities.
Well,
you know, I'm going back to ordering my pizza. What
You're
sort of
not
pizza do I want?
contractually obliged to answer any of the questions we may ask.
I mean, okay, in all 100% seriousness, if a question is asked in good faith, I don't take any offense at it. I just possibly won't answer it.
Okay.
So, you know, no offense taken by that question. I was mostly just deeply, deeply amused because as soon as the words came out of your mouth, you realized what you were saying.
By the way, if you are liking the tunes here, Yoshinori Hirahara is the one who did the music. Also did some of the sound for Wizardry 5 and Wizardry Bane of the Cosmic Forge. I don't know if those have good soundtracks, but I would have presumed so. However, that was the Super Famicom version staff, I believe, with the port. The version made in... made by Activision before getting ported to Japan was done by Martin Walker, who also did audio for fantastic games like Earthworm Jim, Mortal Kombat 3, Waterworld, Pinball Dreams, there we go, Yogi Bear's Gold Rush, Cliffhanger, okay, it's hit and miss. Indiana Jones and the Fate of Atlantis, the action game. It sounds like it's a really good game until you get to the last part there. Ninja Spirit, Altered Beast. He did the music for Altered Beast. Come on. Like, this guy is a legend. Absolutely a legend here. And he also programmed Back to the Future for Commodore 64. Oh, no. Oh, well, that's not great. Hey, Escorian is on to this bonus stage for Sandy Island. Done with that. And I believe on to the Grasshopper. Yagamoth, meanwhile, I believe... I'm trying to think, trying to find the next level. Waterworks. Escorian is just about one stage behind Yagamoth. Honestly, I feel like Grasshopper, Yagamoth struggled with a little bit longer than Escorian did with the previous stage. I feel like Escorian is starting to make a bit of a comeback here. Waterworks, I love Waterworks. It's like you're stuck in a little trench. You don't want to go too fast because you'll jump off the edge. What's nice about this game is that even though like it could just escalate in difficulty, it often isn't necessarily a linear scale. You know, it doesn't just get harder and harder and harder and harder like a lot of modern games. No, it gives you like sort of slightly different puzzles and mechanics. You know, Escorian dealing a lot with slopes that go down into the water, Yagamoth dealing with slopes that prevent you from going into the water, and yet there's still new elements thrown in all the time, like those little holes that Yagamoth just fell through.
That's rude.
Is it weird that I kind of want to play this game?
No, this game is absolutely a blast to play, and it's like absolutely flawed. I'd say that this is basic. It's a game that I love that has a lot of problems.
Mm.
Yeah, it feels like the perfect Kuso6rande game in that sense. It's fun to play, but it's also dreadful in many, many ways and difficult and frustrating. And I would honestly hate having to do a blind race of this while not being able to see opponents' progress and so on, because this just feels like it would be nerve-wracking.
Yagamoth having to backtrack up these slopes and not fall through the holes. Whee! I love it! I love the combos! Oh, this game is so hard.
No, this is just bad engineering. Like, why would you leave holes there? It's very rude.
Also, I apologize for the ASMR typing noises.
That's fine.
It's okay, they're soothing.
Yeah.
They soothe my soul.
This is not like, it's not like a super, like, you know, loud a keyboard. I think it's fine.
Yeah, the level design, you have to understand, Crazy Sunshine. The levels designed like this after the worlds got very dizzy. Remember, they wanted to vomit, and this is what's on the planet, so we're just going through one by one until we explode all of the planets. I'm not sure why we're destroying the planets. Was there an explanation in this game? Save Earth from planet-wide blackouts and expensive jewelry. What? We're saving the Earth from expensive jewelry? Save Earth from planet-wide blackouts and expensive jewelry by collecting as many jewels and energy crystals as you can while exploring all 30 of the Spindizzy worlds. Remember, Gerald is beamed onto the surface of each world with only a limited supply of liquid fuel. However, thanks to the latest in energy extraction technology, it is able to utilize energy found in the jewels you collect throughout your exploration. Each world contains up to 15 levels where these jewels abound. Nevertheless, the mission will end if the fuel runs out. Gerald uses fuel continuously, so don't dawdle. But why are you exploding the planets?
That's what planets are there for. Surely I've been over this with you before.
Environmentally sound sources of power. These treasures make cheap imitation jewelry too. Okay, you say that it's environmentally sound. We're literally blowing up the entire environment for each planet we explore. Wow.
It's heavy counterintuitive.
Yeah, I feel like we're the villain. Okay, like Pac-Man world, we went and killed all the Pac-Mans, then blew up the planet. That is so mean.
Knows what it did.
Yeah.
That's true, yeah. Once we collect all the jewels, and like, we don't need the planet anymore either.
Let me see if there's any information here about like the lore for when you complete a world. I don't know. Okay. Gerald. Okay, the cast of characters. You know what characters this has? First, Gerald. Second, Jules. Apparently, the Jules are part of the cast. Third character, switches and buttons. Fourth, devices and obstacles. And fifth, aliens and hazards. That's right. It took... There's literally only one character in this game, which is aliens. And all of the rest, those are non-organic beings. I mean, I guess robots can be characters, right? So you got Gerald and the aliens, okay? I don't think an obstacle is considered a character.
No.
Okay, aliens bent on disrupting your mission to explore the Spindizzy worlds. That's because you're gonna blow them up. All aliens are dangerous. Noisy aliens are even more dangerous, so avoid them. Uh-oh, the noisier they are, the more dangerous they are. Among them are vicious waterfowl trained in combat during the infamous Penguin Wars, deranged pack vampires, bouncing dinosaur eggs, great at Easter, great with ham, and living tetrazoids.
All right.
Yeah.
I have a question. It's not about the game.
Okay.
It's about pizza.
Okay.
Okay.
Do you think that a dessert pizza is a good idea for me to order?
Yes.
Yes. Well, it depends. What dessert pizza?
It's a calzone. It's got banana and Nutella in it. So it's like chocolate banana.
Yes.
Okay, banana pizza is divine. So yes. Okay.
More expensive though.
There is general advice for the game in the manual. Specific, it has these places highlighted, these phrases. First, think deviously. Be prepared to make sacrifices. Look in unusual places. Look at the clues. Don't assume they mean what you think they do. Scan the levels ahead of time. Scanning will pause timed levels and give you the breathing space to plan ahead. And finally, think really deviously.
I don't know if thinking deviously is going to help here.
It's helping me. I was thinking
How do you think?
deviously when I gave this out.
I mean, okay, true. This wasn't a nuke, though. This seems like a.
It's true. This was not my nuke. I did have a nuke prepared just in case, and oh boy, that's a nuke. But that'll probably show up later. But yeah, the game definitely, like, there are some spots in this game that are incredibly difficult to figure out. Yagamoth, by the way, is through Waterworks and on to Ball Race. No, not Rollorama. You gotta find Ball Race. Where is it? Good luck trying to find it.
Got you.
There we go. Nope. You missed it. Nope. There we go. There's your Ball Race. Yeah, the level selection map is a little complicated.
Where's level selection menu?
I'm just having a look at how.
Did he
far
just
through-
choose Grass Maze? Nope.
Which level is Yagamoth on?
He should be going to Ball Race, but he chose Grass Maze. So I'm letting him know on Discord that he chose the wrong level.
Can you go back, or he just abandoned? Or...
Yep, you can end and then continue. He needs to go to a Ball Race. There we go. There we go. That's what I want to see.
Level select screen is bizarre and terrible.
By the way, it sounds like you're supposed to be racing a ball, but no, you're just racing to collect balls and jewels, I guess. What are these balls even? Why do you need balls? Why does...
That is a question you have to answer yourself. I cannot answer that for you.
Everybody go ask your parents. That'll help. Yeah.
So anyway, moving on.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really cool with this game that you can tackle the levels in the order that you like. Mind you, there are some levels that you have to clear out in order to access the more difficult ones. So we have been seeing basically the levels in order of difficulty-ish. Oh, Yagamoth, you're almost out of time. The timer is so cruel. Absolutely
timer right
cruel.
here. I didn't even notice that.
That is vicious. That reminds me all of a sudden of what the timer was like on Blast Chamber when I was playing that.
Oof.
It started off really, really kind, and then in the later levels it was very much, you have about 2 seconds of leeway, and that's it.
Yeah.
And this kind of feels the same.
Yep. Honestly, it's called ball race, but I don't think you need any balls. I don't think you gotta go for them, just leave the balls. Don't touch them.
I was going to say something that I have opted not to say, so I'm not going to say it.
Look,
I kind of want you to say it because I don't think it can be as bad as anything that Bro
I just don't want to be added to the code.
Here's the deal, okay? Jeff Probst in Survivor, whenever there is a game that involves balls for immunity challenge, he says balls all the time and has to keep a straight face, okay? He's a professional. And I'm maybe a professional. I don't know.
Survivor is still on the air. Like, it's even still doing things.
Yes,
like,
it is. There's actually a new season going on right now that I haven't been watching, but I need to. It's okay. Survivor was really cool to begin with, and then got very kind of dumb. But lately, it's been so strategic. It's definitely something to watch if you like the whole idea of figuring out strategies and working with people and figuring out how to not get backstabbed, and the idea of double, triple, quadruple crossing people at times. It's so fun. Oh my gosh.
I don't know how many seasons you can have. Like, hey, we're on this Stranded Island, do this thing.
Well,
maybe you win.
It's the meta game that becomes really interesting. Nobody these days watching Survivor really cares about the drama. Like, occasionally it shows up and whatever, it's there. But no, we care less about, oh, I'm so hungry, Brittany is ugly, and we care more about, okay, so I think Brittany is trying to get me out, and I think that she has made one of these people in her alliance angry. How can I get him to flip against her without knowing that's what I'm trying to do?
See, that sounds like fun.
It's yeah, Survivor's a lot of fun.
I don't watch it, so
yeah. And the thing
maybe
is,
I should. That sounds like my sort of cruelty and social manipulation.
It's very much more of a social game than anything else. Like, people who are weak can still end up winning. In fact, one of the players who has won, I believe she's won 2 or 3 times, 2 times, Sandra. She never does well in any of the challenges. Never, ever. Yagamoth, what did you do?
Oh.
Yagamoth. Well,
what is happening? Is this normal?
Spectrum mode enabled.
I suppose so. I like it. Yeah. As far as I know, that's not supposed to happen.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd say that's definitely not supposed to happen. I like it, though.
Yeah, everybody never exit the ball race. Because this'll happen.
Oh, I nearly said something, and now I'm very glad I didn't.
But yeah, anyways, that's my recommendation. If you have not seen Survivor in years and years and years, it is a very different experience and has a lot to do with the social game and figuring out, like, there are times that people hate each other but work with each other for long times because, you know, it's beneficial for both of them. It's so cool. It's so cool to see all of the different switches between the players and the reversals, and yeah. And then there's still some, like, unforgivable sins. You know, you think that a game that has this much manipulation, they just award whatever goes in order to make it to the end. Nope. There's still lines that shouldn't be crossed. I don't, it's hard to describe. Yeah. Anyways. Like, it's like, oh, you think that you had to turn against your friend? Well, no, she was your best friend in the game and you stabbed her in the back, so you get nothing. They have to sort of, like, develop their own moral code within the game as well. It's strange. It's fascinating. Oh, there was the guy who faked his grandmother's death one time in order to gain sympathy, and as it turns out, all he wanted to do was get food to eat, and he never told anybody during the course of the gameplay, but it worked. He got the food. Oh no, he got to spend time with, I think, his brother coming to visit, and got a meal. So, yeah, he was like, yeah, that was great. I made up this sob story, and my brother came and lied about her dying, and it was fantastic. Well, everybody, we are less than 5 minutes left, about 3.5 minutes. Right now, it looks like Escorian is unfortunately going to lose this match. There's really not enough time to make up enough ground. Yagamoth has been destroying the game. Escorian took a long time to get used to the controls, but has definitely improved over time. I'd say that, like, I believe both of these players made it farther than the one time we had this on Kuso6rande. Oh my gosh, Yagamoth not enjoying this puzzle, and enjoying it even less so with the beautiful colors. I'm not lying, this is hideous.
Yeah,
It's lovely and beautiful, and I don't know what's wrong with either of you. Is this an upper bracket match?
Yes, this should be winner's bracket, which means neither of the players will be leaving. Yeah, no torch snuffing today. You know?
I'm assuming that was a Survivor reference.
Yeah.
Yes, it was.
Snuff the
I
torches
feel good
out.
that I managed to figure that out of context. Yeah, at this point, with Escorian being sufficiently far behind, it looks unlikely that she'll be able to catch up, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I would agree with that. With that said, everybody, while this game is highly flawed, while the visuals have some issues, especially with perspective and trying to figure out what you need to do and where you need to go.
Right now, what we can see on screen, the biggest problem with the visuals is indeed the perspective.
Well, okay, and also that Yagamoth has messed up visuals. Blah, 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 blah. I still fully recommend playing this, especially since a lot of the levels, there is not a huge time pressure. It's only a handful of levels that you have to have that time pressure, and that makes it a lot more enjoyable to mess around with the physics and, you know, just try to get through some of these puzzle and maze levels. There we go. Yagamoth is actually through the Nightmare Fuel stage, which I guess is his entire game right now. Oh my gosh. Well,
I wonder if that's something to do with the fact that Yaga's playing on an SD2 SNES.
It
really?
could be. Like, the core game itself, oh yeah, this is going to be impossible to see anything.
Wow.
Oh my god.
Tremendous.
Oh.
I love it.
This is hideous.
Okay,
Yagamoth.
well, fortunately, there's only less than a minute left, so the less time he has to spend here, the better, I think.
Yeah, we're almost done with this match, everybody. You can wash your eyes out later. Oh yeah, making ramps appear as well. It takes like 3 or 4 seconds for them to appear. It just pauses the game and it's like, just a sec, we're loading, I think. Change in the level.
That feels really, really weird to me.
It's a little excessive.
Like loading times on a SNES game, especially loading times of that length, that feels like a deliberate design choice.
I'm not exactly sure what it was. But everybody, you don't have to worry about that. That is time. The match is done. This was a lot of fun. Yagamoth takes the victory today. Oh my gosh, what a ridiculous match, especially with Yagamoth getting Nightmare Fuel colors.
This would be terrible if you're colorblind. God.
I am colorblind. I still played it.
Okay. But were you
Yeah.
colorblind as a kid?
Well, of course I was colorblind as a kid. You don't just suddenly wake up and say, where's yellow? What happened to yellow? Escorian Yagamoth, welcome! And seriously, this was a lot of fun to watch. Yagamoth, you did take the victory today. So, Escorian, you were right, but you weren't too far behind.
Mm-hmm.
That game killed my hands.
Oh no, why?
I normally get, like, it's like arthritis, but not. Because I
no.
have psoriasis, but,
Yeah. Well, yeah, I can understand, like, especially when I played this game as a kid, like, I pushed the buttons hard to make sure that the buttons were doing what I wanted them to.
I also got very frustrated after that first level.
Oh no.
That timer really messed with my head.
The first level somehow is like the most difficult level out of the first set. Like it's so ridiculously hard. I believe Yagamoth encountered one other race level, the ball maze or whatever it's called. Yagamoth, yeah, what are your thoughts about the game?
Well, don't like the colors right now.
Okay, so Yagamoth...
That is not supposed to happen.
Yagamoth broke the color palette and everything is hideous.
Yeah, I think when you say play on Elastic 2 SNES on your own risk, then I guess that's kind of what I expect in the end.
Yep, you definitely did play at your own risk. With that said, you still did it incredibly well. Both of you did well, I believe better than the last time that we had this in Kuso6rande, which was years ago. Now, we did have people in chat coming. We had the speedrunner of this game come and talk a little bit about it in chat. And there's a little, like, some people are saying this looks a lot of fun, like, or this isn't a bad game. What are your thoughts about it? Escorian first.
I'd say it's a fun game to play if you're not on a time limit. With a time limit, no.
Okay, no with the time limit. Yagamoth?
I definitely think it fits into the Kuso category, but I definitely do not think this is bad. Like, the manual even says it doesn't have any intentionally, like, obscure things, kind of like Equinox or Solstice do have with their perspective.
Yeah.
But they mostly do a good job. Just sometimes it's like, what am I supposed to do now?
Yeah, I definitely agree that it does fairly well with that. It's also, I feel, kind of lying. Like, the fact that you can move the camera around, sure, that does help in order to see some of the things that you may have missed. At the same time, it takes so long to turn that freaking camera. So long!
Takes forever.
Yeah, I'm really interested. I might have to go check out the Amiga port of this game, which I believe was the original. Apparently, you have to play with the joystick and keyboard. The keyboard, I guess, spacebar is your brake button, which may or may not be good. I don't know. I have to try it out to see how I feel. But yeah, honestly, both of you did extremely well. Again, this is a game from my childhood. I'm super excited that I was able to share it with you. And oh my gosh, I don't know. You both did fantastic. Escorian, it was that first level that really put you behind. Oh.
Yeah, I can safely say that you both did tremendously well on this.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
This is... I haven't played this. I haven't played Spindizzy Worlds in particular, but I have played Spindizzy and Marble Madness. I know how these things go, and yeah, you both took to this quite quickly. Faster than I would have expected.
Yeah. Seriously, great job, both of you. I think that's all that I have for today. So yeah, congratulations. Escorian, you're still in. You're going to be fighting it out in the losers bracket for a little while, but honestly, you know, as long as you're able to do well there, you can keep going for a long time. Oh, thank both of you, Crazy Sunshine and Pfizer as well. Thank both of you as well. I thank everybody for being here. Take care.
Never thank me, you'll just encourage me.
Yeah.
By the way, I totally recommend watching the playback, especially to hear Rosentia ask very interesting questions.
No, there are nothing interesting happened.
There may be a clip.
There may be a few clips. No, nothing interesting happened. You don't need to know. Okay, bye.
Bye.
Thank you. See you later. Now get out of here. I gotta move on. Yeah. Oh, Pfizer, you're sticking around. Okay. Well, everybody.
Only for the moment.
Yeah, for a moment is fine. Thank you so much for the 100 bits, Fruit Salad Kung Fu, to help the inner ear problem. Okay, Dizzy's inner ear. First off, his name was Gregor. Or, no, Gerald. Gerald
is a good name for a
M.
spitting
Dizzy, yeah. Gerald M. Dizzy, you know.
Well, yeah, I imagine that he would be quite dizzy after this.
Seriously, though, the subs and bits go towards the Southern Poverty Law Center for the rest of the month. Only 2 days left, so thank you so much for helping out with that. We're going to run a quick ad as I do setup, and we will be back with game number 2 of 4. And Escorian just asked, why is there a clip called If You Could Be a Top? Yeah. That happened.
That's a worrying question to ask, but not quite as worrying as the question that you asked.
Worrying, but not surprising, yeah. Okay, let's go ahead and get this set up. I have to do a little extra setup because one of our players decided, hey, it would be a good idea to have an animated picture.
I didn't even know that was allowed.
I didn't explicitly say no.
Hey, that doesn't mean that you implicitly said yes, though.
It's true.
You see, that's because you're nicer than me. I would have just freeze framed it at the most inappropriate time and then used that as the picture.
It's only 2 frames.
Oh. As long as it's not 2 rapidly flashing frames, that could be okay.
Oh my gosh!
Hey, bro, I'm gonna DM you a picture and ask if I can use this as my competitor image if I'm ever allowed in.
Okay, yeah, go ahead and do that.
There you go.
Everybody, I am still getting set up, so don't freak out too much. We've got a lot of games coming today, and a lot of excitement, and a lot of why is everything wrong when I'm trying to do setup. Yeah.
It'll get more wrong when you look at the image I just DM'd you.
Don't need to do that. Okay,
You don't need to do that.
I'll look in a second, okay?
I mean, it's more the fact that the only reason I'm reminding you isn't to make you look now. It's more that I'm slightly worried you won't look until you're done with matches for today, and you'll wonder why I DM'd you that image.
I mean, that's bound to happen eventually, you know.
Yeah, it worries me slightly.
Don't worry. Be happy or whatever the crap you want to be. Be what you want to be. Be all you can be? I don't know.
There is There is a part of me that wants to tease the next game, but I don't think I should. I feel like I should leave it for the official reveal.
Yeah.
You know, actually be professional and not just be the jerk that I usually am, who just randomly wanders into this chat to bully you.
Yeah, don't bully me.
Which, in fairness, I have not been able to do since Kuso6 started, because I was competing until now.
Yeah, okay. See, this is why I usually try to do setup during the previous match, so that I'm not just flailing and trying to get everything done.
That's fine. This is exactly why I stuck around in chat, so that I can occupy chat and the stream and just stretch out nicely on this couch.
Ah, yeah.
Enjoy myself for a couple of minutes.
I
Keep everybody
love
occupied.
Yeah.
Hey, chat. How's your day going? Legitimate question. I'm genuinely curious. I hope your days or evenings, perhaps, are going well.
Yeah, let's see, okay. I'm so close to having it set up. Come on. What am I doing? Ah!
I don't know.
I think I'm just
I
yelling.
assume you're trying to capture the players in a net again, or whatever it is you usually do.
Something like that. Oh, okay. I'm just having brain farts, okay? Have you ever had a brain fart?
I don't know. What does it sound like? Possibly. I was trying to do Sudoku last night and then today, and that definitely caused my brains to leak out of my ears ever so slightly. You know that feeling you get where you can kind of feel your skull prizing itself open because your brain is trying to escape from your head?
You mean
it
every
really
day?
doesn't like what you're doing.
Yeah, I'm familiar with that feeling.
Yeah, that's me whenever I look at Sudoku.
Really?
Various other sorts of puzzle I like. I like nonograms. I love nonograms. Picross is one of the greatest games ever created by man. But Sudoku just drives me completely up the wall.
Well, that's cool.
Well, everyone, if you're having a rough day, as apparently some of you are, I do hope things improve soon. Plan Kitty, at least it is recovering.
Yes.
Recovering is a good word to have there.
Okay, time to see if I've messed everything up, and I don't believe I have, so